You look like you could use a hand drawing tutorial, because there's a lot of comments that were requesting a hand drawing tutorial, so. How to art! Hey Doodlebugs, it's Mary, and I'm gonna go over some very basics when it comes to drawing hands. Now, this isn't the ultimate answer to everything in the world, but hopefully it'll give you a better sense of what you're doing and things to think about. So first and foremost, let's talk about observation. We are like scientists, we artists are, and everything starts from observing. If you want to draw something, it helps to look at examples of that something. If you see interesting images on the internet, go ahead, save some of those and use them as references for later. Also, check out human anatomy images. Look at skeletal hand images. Put that in your browser history. Now, understanding the proportions of the human hand is also very helpful, especially if you don't have a reference on hand. I guess you always have a hand reference, unless you're not drawing with your hands. Tentacles? Who's watching this? You can use these guidelines to help with your proportions. Now, we all know there's many brands of humans and we come in all shapes and sizes, so consider this not so much a rule as it is a guide. Personally, I like to start with my foundation, the palm. I draw this as a square with circles representing the knuckles. Note how the square is not exactly a perfect square, it has a slight arch toward the top. Also, the knuckles aren't lined up exactly side by side, but instead following that arch. The thumb knuckle is going to be on the very lower bottom corner of the square. The thumb is always the weird one. The fingers are represented by lines radiating out of the palm. I like to start from the center bottom of the palm and draw up through the knuckle and out into space, like a sunburst. To find the length of the fingers, you can make the middle finger equal to the height of the palm. Guess what? All fingers are the same length, from the tip of the finger to the bottom of the knuckle. But because those knuckles are not lined up in a straight line, but instead on an arch, it gives the appearance of the fingers being longer or shorter. You can also think of it like this. The middle finger will be equal to the height of the palm. The two fingers beside it will reach about the bottom of the middle finger's nail. Your tiniest pinky finger will be about half the height of its neighbor, and the thumb will be no longer than the third of the lower pointer finger. Split each finger line into thirds with circles that will mark where the joints are. Very rough guidelines. It almost looks like a skeleton hand. You can then flesh out these guidelines, adding the width and the muscle of the fingers, followed by details like wrinkles, veins, nails, hair. Understanding the proportions is great, but you also need to move beyond this unless your comic book is full of characters whose superpower is jazz hands. Humans talk with gestures. To breathe life into your hands, you're gonna need to do some more observation and some practice sketching. Check out people in your day-to-day life. How are they using their hands? How are they carrying themselves? And collect interesting photos and references to use. Sketching and gesture drawings are key, so keep practicing, keep making these drawings. Gesture drawings are very quick sketches, about 30 seconds long, no longer than 2 minutes. These are very sloppy drawings, but the objective is not perfect drawings with nice clean lines. The objective is to capture the motion of the subject. Throw away all concern for the detail and focus on the very basic shape. Practice proportions, practice gesture drawings. You can always flesh these out later, but once you get down the core and those basics, then you'll be making much more dynamic drawings, and your hands will not only look correct, but they'll have character. I hope this was helpful to you, maybe inspiring. You can leave any further questions in the comments below. And also, if people out there have their own tips and tricks that they want to share with the world, leave a comment. Sharing is caring. I'm going to be making more how-to art videos, so topics about drawing or painting that you want to learn more about and see in video form, comment. Also tweet me at Mary Doodles. Like I said, tutorials every Thursday. Monday, time-lapse videos, fun stuff, so you can be sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss a thing. I've also launched a Patreon page. If you want to support this channel, help these videos continue to be made, you just watch the videos. That's kind of how it works, and then you share them with your friends, and then more people see them, and then that supports this. If you want to go the extra mile, you can go to patreon.com/MaryDoodles and learn how to be a patron there. There's rewards involved, and you get a title of patron, which sounds really cool. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye. Bye-bye.